Hello dear students. In this lecture we are going to learn the term theme. This term is from unit number first, terms, and section A, elements of novel and short story. So we shall try to understand what is the theme and how this is an important element of a short story and novel. The theme is the central idea, message or purpose in a short story. Theme is the meaning behind events and characters' actions in a story. The theme can be expressed as a general statement about people or life. It is not plot summary, and it can be either directly or indirectly stated by the author, most likely indirectly. The theme may be the author's thoughts about a topic or view of human nature. So we shall try to understand what does all these sentences mean. The theme is the central idea or the message given by the writer in a particular story or a novel. So what is the purpose behind the story told in that literary work? Central idea means madhyavarti kalpana, or message means what, sandesh, what the writer gives to us. What is the hidden meaning behind that story? So theme cannot be defined in exact words, but what the writer wants to tell us through that story, what is the meaning of that story is called theme. So theme is the meaning behind what is happening in the story. Events means incidents, or what we call prasang or ghatana. And characters' actions means what the characters are doing. Characters, what we have understood. Characters means the persons in the story, what they are doing, what are their actions, and why they are doing so. So what is the meaning behind their actions can be called as a theme. So theme can be expressed as a general statement about people or life. Means it is not particular about any person. It is a general. For example, it may be a theme of love, or theme of friendship, or theme of sacrifice. So what the story is telling us, or what is the meaning of the story? If the meaning of the story, or there is in the story, the love between two people or friendship between two people is expressed or is described through the story, so we can understand that the theme of the story is true love, or maybe true friendship, or maybe family life. If the story is telling something about a family, then we can say that the theme of the story is family life or family relationship. Okay, so it is not plot summary. Theme means not exactly story, but what is the meaning of the story? That is the theme. So it can be either directly or indirectly stated by the author. Mostly we find that author states or tells the theme indirectly. He does not directly tell us that this is the theme of the story. So we have to understand, when we read the story, we have to understand what is going on in the story, what are the events, what are the characters are doing, and what we understand from those events or characters' actions. That is indirectly stated, not directly stated by the writer. Nowhere the writer says that this is the theme of the story. We have to draw out the meaning, or that hidden theme or hidden meaning of the story by our own. We have to, what we understand. Many readers read the story and the novel, and they can understand in different angles. They can look at the story from different angles, and they can understand the story, different meanings from the story. So there may be many themes underlying the story or underlying the novel. Now, the theme may be the author's thoughts about a topic or view of human nature. Actually, theme means what exactly is what the author, how the author looks at life, or what the author thinks about the people or the society, or he or she, the writer, is observing, and what are his experiences. From those experiences and his observation, he tells or she tells us the story. And so what does the writer is telling about human nature actually, or sometimes maybe the psychology of the human beings. So it depends on the writer's thoughts. How does he think about life or people? That's the theme depends upon the writer's thought, or writer's, authors or writer's view of human nature or view of life. Okay. That sometimes we understand the theme of the story from the title. In the title, sometimes the theme is reflected. Sometimes author does not tell it directly in the story, but he gives the theme or the hint of the theme or the central idea in the title itself. So that sometimes title is very important. We can understand from the title what we are going to read in that particular story. So the title of the story usually points to what the writer is saying. So title of the story is very, very important. The writer may use various figures of speech to emphasize the theme, such as symbol or allusion or simile, metaphor, hyperbole or irony. These are the figures of speech. Figures of speech means alankar. So writer, what type of language the writer is using? If the writer is using figurative language and he is using such type of figures of speech, sometimes writer indirectly suggests the theme or focuses the theme by using symbols or by using metaphors or similes, for example, or ironically. If the story is ironically telling something, if the story is satirizing some bad things or the evils in the society, then the writer uses irony, and through that irony we can understand what is the message given in the story. Okay, so if the story is about the struggle between good and evil, so most of the times writer ironically talks about the bad things or the evil things in the society, and he or she criticizes the evil things because he wants to tell us something good, or what is good and what is bad. So the difference between, or the struggle between good and evil may be the very important theme of any literary work. Okay, then from some of the examples given here, we can understand what type of theme may be. The common themes we can find in many of the stories: true love, or family life, or love is blind, sometimes, or sacrifice in love, or sometimes believe in yourself, or we can understand again uh, true friendship. So such type of common themes we can read in many of the stories. um, People are afraid of change. So in some of the stories, such type of things are also given, that the people do not want to change. So we can draw out the theme that the theme of this particular story is the people afraid of the change. Or in the story, some two friends are shown, and the writer describes their life and how they help each other. Or sometimes maybe they do not, there may be a false friend, so writer may point out false friendship or true friendship. It depends on the writer what he wants to tell us. He can tell us about true love or false love. Okay, so in this way we can understand. Or sometimes it is also shown by the writer that how sacrifice is given in the friendship, and maybe the story, maybe the relationship, about the relationships, means there may be the relationship between husband and wife, or maybe mother and son, and mother and daughter. So such type of things happen in the story. And what the most important thing is that every story or novel revolves around some idea or central idea, and that central idea, when we understand, so we can say that we understand the story because we understand the central idea, or what the message the writer wants to give us. Actually, no writer gives us direct message. We read the story and we draw the message. We draw the conclusion. So what is the story about? For example, when you go to a movie and watch a movie, and then when you tell the story of that particular movie, or your friend asks you that what is the film about. So when you tell your friend that this film or this movie was about love, or it was based on the love theme, and it was a romantic love story, etc. Or maybe you may tell them that yeah, it was a historical movie, and it was based on some historical event. Okay, so you're telling this theme. This is the theme of that particular film or movie. In the same way, we can understand the theme after writing a story or a novel. So you may understand also the theme of any TV serial. These days you watch many of these TV serials. So we understand what is the theme. You say that this serial is very nice. I like it because it's about friendship. So I like it because the writer has given a very important picture of the friendship or love there. So what we understand from that particular TV serial or film, or maybe a literary work, that is a novel or a story, we we say that it is the theme of that particular work. So whatever it may be. Okay, so I think you can you have understood this this short note about theme and what is the meaning of theme, though we cannot describe this the theme or the definition of theme in exact words, but we actually try to or we understand how to define a theme from that particular story or a novel. Okay, so let's stop here.